In the flickering light of old projectors, two figures still make the world laugh. One tall and gentle, one round and dignified. Together, they became more than comedians. They became a symbol of friendship, failure, and the beauty of laughter. This is the story of Laurel and Hardy, from their first steps into the world to their final curtain call. In 1890, in the quiet English town of Ulverston, Arthur Stanley Jefferson was born into a family of performers. His parents worked in the theater, and young Stan grew up backstage, surrounded by costumes, curtains, and stage lights. 2 years later, in the American South, Laurel Hardy was born in Georgia. When his father died, his mother raised him alone. Ollie loved music and performance, and dreamed of life on stage. He spent hours inside movie theaters, watching silent films and imagining himself on the screen. Even as a boy, Hardy carried himself with confidence. By the early 1920s, both men had arrived in Hollywood, but not together. Hardy played villains and authority figures in silent films. Laurel worked behind the scenes, writing jokes and performing in dozens of short comedies. They crossed paths many times. Without knowing destiny was quietly preparing them for each other. In 1927, everything changed. The studio paired Laurel and Hardy in a short film called Putting Pants on Philip. Audiences noticed something special. The thin, childlike Stan and the proud, heavyset Ollie created a perfect balance of innocence and frustration. A comedy partnership was born. By the early 1930s, Laurel and Hardy were international stars. Their films played to packed theaters across Europe and America. Their comedy turned small mistakes into great disasters. A piano dropped downstairs, a house collapsed, friendships tested but never broken. They showed that failure could be funny, and kindness could survive chaos. In 1932, they reached the peak of success. Laurel and Hardy won an Academy Award for their short film, The Music Box. But fame did not bring security. Bad contracts left them with little money. Their style of comedy began to fade as audiences changed. Illness slowed them down, and the laughter grew quieter. The spotlight that once burned so bright began to dim. In 1957, Oliver Hardy passed away after suffering several strokes. Stan Laurel was too ill to attend the funeral. He later said he did not want to remember Ollie in a coffin, but laughing on screen, as he always had. In 1965, Stan Laurel followed his partner. His final words were a joke, because to Stan, comedy was life itself. Two friends who had fallen downstairs together now walked beyond the curtain. Laurel and Hardy taught the world that friendship and failure belong together. They showed that laughter can rise from confusion. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed this content, support my channel to grow. Please like and subscribe so you can see more of my videos.